Dear United Nations and leaders of all nations, my appeal subject is urgent appeal on the global crisis of genocide and abuse. Genocide and the physical abuse of girls under the age of 13 are critical crises in the early 21st century. At the core of these issues lies the misuse of religion or right use of religion. It is debatable, but it is apparent the religion is the root of genocide and bloodshed. Religion should be private matter, confined to the homes of individuals. It should not spill over into public spaces such as streets, markets, public squares, or stages, or anywhere else where public gathers. From the attack by Hamas on October 7 to the ongoing massacre of Hindus in the present day Bangladesh, and from the rise of Muslim extremism to the migration of Muslims into India, Europe, and America, we are witnessing a widespread pattern of religiously motivated genocide. These acts of violence are often carried out by groups with a significant population advantage, as seen in the region like Bangladesh, Pakistan, and several Middle Eastern countries. The brutal acts of torture, atrocities, robbery, and murder committed by the certain groups, especially by black Muslims and Muslims from Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and the Middle East, against the people of Europe and America, have led to a severe crisis. Among the most horrifying aspects of this crisis is the sexual assault of teenage girls. We cannot ignore the fact that the rights of individuals cannot be managed solely through the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Just as we cannot standardize the climate of every country, we cannot apply a single formula to govern the diverse power structures, cultural histories, and social dynamics of different nations. According to Pew Research, the populations of Christian and Hindus are declining, while the Muslim population is growing rapidly. This population growth is linked to rising unemployment, which in turn leads to brutal attacks and looting as people struggle for survival. The recent actions of Hamas in the election polls demonstrates how a majority can be used to terrorize the other religious groups. Muslims have been attacking non-Muslims across the world, often playing the victim card when confronted with justice, and then calling upon a global Muslim brotherhood to spread misinformation, disinformation, and further their narrative of victimhood. For the past 9 months, I have observed a disturbing trend. From India to Europe and America, the persecution and annihilation of Jews, Christians, and Hindus continue unabated. Temples and churches are being looted and vandalized. Women are being sexually harassed. Homes are being burned, and non-Muslims are being massacred. My appeal is simple and urgent. Ban the public expression of religion. Religious practices should be restricted to private registered members only, and places of worship such as the mosque, churches, and temples should not be used by the general public. Religion should be removed from the legal and constitutional framework of any state or country. Population should not be allowed to expand based on religious affiliation. Instead, the focus should be on preserving the natural and cultural heritage of each nation with respect for local laws and tradition. Please listen my appeal and implement it, and stop genocide and abuse of humans.